Hi guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. Got the Wolves versus Leeds prediction. Before we get started, if you could drop me a like, comment and a subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Haven't had lots of new subscribers recently or anything like that, so if you enjoy the content, if you could help me out, that'd be fantastic by building this little community, and also dropping a like. So, Wolves versus Leeds. Hard to be positive after the Southampton result. If you haven't seen that video, check it out on my channel. I'll just give my thoughts on the game and where Leeds is sort of at. Bielsa gave his press conference today. We'll talk about some of the things spoken about in there, as well as the full game and what I think the prediction is going to be on the Wolves game. So I guess we'll start with prediction. If I'm really honest, we have to bounce back. We have to bounce back. My heart says we're going to win this because we have to bounce back. But in reality, I'm hoping for a draw because I think Wolves are going to batter us. If we play like we did against Southampton, Wolves are going to absolutely pump us. But I want to be glass half full rather than glass half empty. So, I've got a feeling they're going to beat us 1 or 2-0, but if we get my heart says 1-0 Leeds, but it's really hard to be positive at the moment. But I'm going to be. So we're going to win this 1-0 because I'm going to speak it into existence. We're going to win this 1-0, and we're going to play out with our hearts on our sleeve again, unlike that Southampton game where they dropped tools pretty much immediately. What do I think the lineup's going to be? So Bielsa's come out and said that Calvin Phillips isn't ready. It sounds like Bamford isn't going to be back in the squad for a couple of weeks. I reckon he might not even be there for Norwich, which is a big problem. So what I think they'll play, I'm interested to see how we go against a back three. Rafinha's going to probably have a field day. Their left back, Marcel, isn't their best player, and they're a bit worried about that. But I'm going to go with Melier in goals. I'm going to say Shackleton right back. Back two of... It's funny, you go from praising Cooper, how well play against Watford, to back to just complain about it. But I want to see Struijk at the back again because he's so good. He's our best. I think he's our best defender, if not Llorente. So I want Struijk and I want Llorente at the back, but realistically, it's going to be Cooper and Llorente probably. Left back. This is where it's interesting because Firpo's got an injury as well. It's probably going to be Dallas. I would like to see Harrison there and see how Harrison goes. Harrison having a really poor game last game, but now he's back. I feel like Bielsa's going to stick with him. And out of the two, I know Dan James played poorly as well, but he's been so good. And Dan James has been so good and Harrison hasn't. So I'd rather Dan James be in there. But anyway, left back will probably be Dallas. Middle of the park. Well, with Phillips gone, it's going to be Struijk in the middle. Cooper and Llorente at the back. And the middle of the park's going to be Click. What I'd like to see is Shackleton come into the middle and Cody Drama play at right back. But it's not going to happen. It's going to be Click in the middle and Rodrigo's going to play up top. So it's probably going to be Click and Roberts in the middle, which is just... I don't know. Click and Roberts probably in the middle. Rodrigo up top. It's going to be Harrison on the left and Rafinha on the right. At least we've got our little outlet again where we're just going to pump the ball to Rafinha and go, come on, please, go make something happen, which isn't fair. Even reading that lineup out, so many players aren't playing well. Rodrigo has to score. If he doesn't score, he's in real trouble. And the problem is we paid 30 million for him, so they're going to have to play him. So I think that's what Bielsa will go with. What I would like is Cody Drame, Melier in goals, Cody Drame at the back. Gonna have to stick with Cooper, Llorente, and Struijk in the middle because We don't have a backup to Phillips, which is a glaring problem the last few years that we haven't bought somebody that can sit in that role. But anyway, just again, we bought a left back, but it didn't plug up other gaps. Yeah, I'd like to see at left back. Well, it's going to have to be Dallas either way, no matter what I want to see. But I want to see Cody Drame in there and Shackleton in the middle with Click to see how that goes. Even if it was Shackleton and Roberts. No, Roberts hasn't been good enough. I don't know what that midfield partnership is, but we need to buy somebody, and we need to do it as fast as possible. We need to buy 2 people for the middle, realistically. Rodrigo up top, because I'd like to see. I want to see Gelhardt get a crack. You know what? Rodrigo might cost 30 million, but he's been poor, so chuck Gelhardt up there. Why not? What else have we got to lose? That's what I want to see. I want Dan James playing on the left, but it'll be Jack Harrison. But I want Dan James and obviously Rafinha, because he's one of the best players in the Premier League at the moment, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's what I think is going to be the lineup. Again, I'm not feeling super confident. And look, they might surprise us, and then we'll be talking about how we beat Wolves and how we dropped points against Southampton. And but I don't know. It doesn't feel like this is a blip anymore. It doesn't feel like it was fitness, or it doesn't feel like it was a poor pre-season. It doesn't feel like, whatever it might be. This feels like genuine like burnout. And I know that's been a narrative that nobody's liked, but some of these players are just, I feel like they're just tired, and I feel like they're just, these were like mid to bottom championship players that Bielsa's made into Premier League players. And if we get another manager in, it won't work. I think these guys are getting found out now. I think they're not fit enough, so they're just not looking good enough. And fitness was literally the only reason why they got through before. People saying Alien needs to come back. He probably does, but remember, he played so poorly at the start of the season as well. So this is the whole thing, even with Alioski. Oh, Alioski, we missed out on him. Yeah, but remember how poor he was for us. We remember the good things about them. Do I wish Alioski had stayed? Yeah, probably. I wish we hadn't got rid of him. Probably was good for the change room, but he was poor most of the time. So look, the whole thing's a bit of a downer at the moment. We get a draw here. It's probably a great result. I'm hoping for a draw. I'll put it that way. I'm hoping for a draw. If we can keep a clean sheet, but then there's a problem not scoring again. And there has been a problem. That's the problem. We haven't been scoring goals. And that's the biggest thing, is this Leeds team last year got us out of trouble at the start so much by just scoring goals. Even against Fulham. Fulham put 3 passes that day, but we put 4. So we were just outscoring opponents. But this year we're just not. We're not scoring goals. We don't look like we're going to score goals. We look like we're devoid of creativity. So it's just difficult. It's just difficult to call now. And I'm finding myself not enjoying football, because when Leeds lose, I don't want to watch the rest of the Premier League. So it makes it harder for me to make those Premier League videos, because I just don't want to watch any more football. But yeah, look, in the end, I'll go 1-0 Leeds, because I want to stay positive, and if I speak it enough, it will come to existence, hopefully. But yeah, not a lot to look forward to, and I've got a feeling that Norwich will beat us as well, because that will just be a typical Leeds thing to do. But anyway, sorry it's a bit of a negative video. Sorry it's not a long video. That's just what I think the lineup would be and my prediction on it. Let me know what you think below as to what the result's going to be. And look, I just want to win so bad. I just want 3 more points to get us away from that bottom 3. I just want to be out of that bottom 3 conversation. All that time in the championship to come up to have a brilliant season to then go back down again would be awful. I don't think we're going to go down, but I think it will probably be Watford, Norwich and Burnley at this stage. I think Burnley are worse than us. Newcastle's going to buy a couple of players in January and get himself out of there and probably finish like 12th or something, or 15th. But at this stage, like we look like we're just how many of these teams are below, should be below us, have we looked poor against now? Like Burnley we look poor against, Newcastle we look poor against, Southampton we look poor against. The teams we look good against we looked okay against Everton, we looked brilliant against Watford, we looked really good against West Ham, didn't pick up points, and we looked poor against Liverpool and Man United. But I can understand that, I can justify that. It's just been so many poor games. And I thought we were out of it. I thought we were out of that rut. And then we go straight back into it. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you could drop me a comment, drop me a like and a subscribe, that'd be fantastic. And I'll see you with my Leeds, with probably the match reaction, and then my Premier League reaction the next day afterwards probably. So thank you very much and peace.